All right, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of state of the collection is this, McMahon? I don't know. I'm going to call it the State of the Watch Collection No Country for Old Men edition. So, turning 59 in about a week. 59 is a very serious proposition. There's something about being 59. It's like the Sunday before the Monday. So I lost my mom less than a month ago, and that really reinforces getting close to 59. And you know, I lost my mom. I couldn't anticipate how much it hurt. It hurt really bad. Still hurts, and it hurts in part because I'm preparing a Zoom memorial for my family, and I'm looking through photographs that my wife curated for me. Just wonderful photographs of my mother, and most of them are with her sister. They're little kids running around Los Angeles in the 1940s. And I don't like dealing with loss. I'm not suited for loss. Loss and I do not get along, man, in this No Country for Old Men edition. Great novel, by the way, by Cormac McCarthy. So, some more housekeeping before I look at my collection. My 70-year-old cousin Pete called me from Studio City. He said, "Dude, we've got high cholesterol in our family. My heart doctor said we should go on a plant-based diet." And I said, well, I don't know if I can go totally on plant-based diet. I could eat a few cans of sardines and olive oil a week and maybe some Greek non-fat yogurt, and other than that I can go plant-based. But if I go totally plant-based, I think I'll shrivel up. I don't think I'll get enough bioavailable amino acids from going completely vegan. But I understand that, and so to reinforce my old age, I went to Kaiser this morning, had my blood drawn for cholesterol, and I haven't been on statins in about 8 years. But I'm probably boring young people. What is this? Blood drawn, cholesterol check, statins. My guess is I'm going to probably have to go back on statins. I'll probably get in the next 24 hours the blood test back. So the other more closely related to watch business is that back in August I did a 4-month no-buy challenge. And I almost broke it 3 times. I've almost broken it 3 times. It was the Manta Ray Blue Dial turtle, Seiko turtle, with a 40-hour reserve. And I was tempted by that. Very tempted. And then there was the White Dial King Samurai with a strap code Hexad bracelet. It's on YouTube. What's his name? Josh Jones? I think his name is Josh Jones. He's the YouTuber who did that. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not really a big white dial guy, but and then as you can see, I have the black Captain Willard, Seiko Captain Willard here, and the blue one's coming out, and that's tempting. Probably not going to do it. I resisted the temptation for all those 3 watches. I think I'm happier. I think I'm better off. I can only speak to you guys through my experience. I have OCD, and so it makes it really hard for me to share the love with big collections. I just can't do it. You know, the greedy part of me wants to do it, but the OCD person in me can't do it. So I haven't bought a watch since August. I told myself to take 4 months off. Now this Willard gets 90% of my wrist time. It's my best watch. I have a fantasy of only having 2 watches. Love the Captain Willard. This is, in a way, this is a 3-month update. I've had it since July. I have one complaint about it now that I've had it. It's not a complaint that you know makes me want to get rid of it or anything. But the lume is good, but it's not as good as my tunas. And I think Seiko needs to show more love. When they have a watch at this price point that costs more than tunas, they need to put some love in that lume. And the love just is there. Obviously, it's going to be better than most watches, but it's not as dramatic as my tunas. So if I could only have 2 watches, it would be my these two right here. Then my blue dial. This is the MM200. This is the Cyan Blue SBDC 065, a perfect watch, perfect proportions, gorgeous dial. I'm glad I never sold this. I toyed with selling it before. I mean, I would probably be happy with just these two watches. I honestly have zero complaints about this watch. The lume is slightly better than the Captain Willard. Just slightly better. It almost seems like the application's a little bit more even. They put a bit more love into that. What did they do, man? Were they in a rush when they pulled that Willard off the factory line? But this, if I just had these two, I'd be fine. But probably it's not going to happen that I'm just going to have two. So what if I only had 4 watches? Well, this would be my 3rd watch. This is my Citizen ProMaster. Sometimes they call it Land. This is my anthracite dial. It's on a strap code bracelet. It came on leather, and I prefer the strap code. One of you told me that these holes in the bracelet look like Corvette mags on the wheels, which is great. That's a great comparison. And so I absolutely love this watch. I love the legibility of it, and I love it so much that I even have the one with the orange accents. This is on the stock bracelet, and you know, it's kind of sad, you know, with the situation we're in. I don't go out a lot, so I don't have a lot of opportunity to wear watches. And if I only had 4, I'd have those 2. But, you know, I'm a spoiled person, so I have tunas. And the 033, check this out, man. I bought this. My daughters were 5 years old. They're 10 now, and I've never changed the battery. It's still ticking 1 tick at a time. If it goes 2-second intervals, that means the battery's low, but it's not doing that yet. It's on a Hexad bracelet. So what can I say about the tuna for any complaints? I mean, honestly, it doesn't cradle the wrist very well. It kind of just sits on top of the wrist. It's not super comfortable like the Captain Willard or the 065. Yeah, I mean, it's not uncomfortable, but I notice it doesn't really conform to the wrist that much. I mean, it is a quartz watch, and it does have Hardlex crystal. And man, it would be tempting to sell my 2 tunas and get the new one with sapphire, but I don't think that's going to be a cost-effective move. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I mean, it's always tempting to play around with your collection. I have the 031, also on a Hexad bracelet, and plays big. I don't know why it plays bigger than the 033. I think it's because the black bezel blends with the black dial. It just creates a bigger look. And wow, what a showstopper. I've got no shows to go to. So that's my 6th watch. Now technically I only have 7 watches, but I have an 8th watch because I have a gift. This is my beater watch. It's my Citizen Tough. And my only complaint about the Tough, it's not that legible. I think there needs to be more contrast with the numerals and the rest of the watch. But it's legible enough, especially because I'm wearing it in the day. And it does have a sapphire crystal, which I like, and I don't have to worry about it. Pretty comfortable, too, the way the case conforms to my wrist. There is a non-chrono version that's 42 millimeters instead of this bigger 44 one. That is a good choice for those of you who need a beater. Most of the people who watch these watch videos, their default setting for a beater is a G-Shock Square. That's been my impression. So I have 7 watches. Now, I don't know if you can count a gift as an 8th watch, but I do have the Seiko Irregular Triangle quartz watch. Haven't had an opportunity to wear it. What a crazy fun watch. My neighbor gave this to me. And by the way, I hope my neighbor does this. My neighbor got the green Willard. He was in Chinatown, and he ordered it from a Seiko dealership in Chinatown. He's going to have it in about a week. Let him get used to it. Maybe he'll let me review it for you guys. So this is the triangle. So all right, No Country for Old Men. Pretty melancholy. But I still, I'm thankful for the watches that I have. I've been working on a book, which has been giving me a lot of satisfaction, and getting a lot of comfort from podcasts, especially Sam Harris, Making Sense, and other podcasts. Podcasts have been a great comfort in this isolation zone we're in, ladies and gentlemen. So that's it. No Country for Old Men, State of the Watch Collection. Until next time, I'm out.